Todd and Julie Chrisley moving on to whole new state. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. During Todd Chrisley's first post-prison press conference, he shared that he and his family were done with Nashville, Tennessee. Although it would always be home, it was time for a big change. So, where are Todd and Julie Chrisley headed next? Keep reading for more details. Todd and Julie Chrisley moving on. It has been a rough ride for Todd and Julie Chrisley. They amassed an incredible amount of fame through their reality series, Chrisley Knows Best. Along with their children and Todd's mother, Nanny Faye, fans flocked to the show and their never-ending antics. Unfortunately, legal troubles started to plague the couple, and they were soon convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion. This led them to each receive lengthy sentences in separate states, keeping them apart from their kids and each other. After nearly 2.5 years, they were pardoned by President Donald Trump and released within a day. Shortly after, Todd appeared at a press conference with his daughter, Savannah Chrisley. There, he shared this insight regarding the next move. Nashville will always hold a very special place in our heart. But we have other plans. We'll probably always have a presence here. I don't know if we'll be here full-time. The Chrisleys relocated to Nashville from Georgia nearly a decade ago, and that was where Savannah raised her 2 younger siblings while her parents were away. Now they have settled on a new location, and it still has Southern charm. Todd and Julie Chrisley are headed to Charleston, South Carolina, and they have big plans for their new home. The duo is hopeful that they can purchase a mansion, which they will turn into a hotel. Of course, their presence will still remain in the public eye. The family has a new reality series coming up this year, which began filming while Todd and Julie were still away. It was to show how the kids and Nanny Faye were handling life on their own. Yet the moment the couple was pardoned, cameras promptly went back up to capture every moment. Judge Todd. While Todd and Julie Chrisley were behind bars, Savannah Chrisley moved into their Nashville home. She spent her time raising her younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe, while working and fighting. However, when Todd returned to the mansion, he was judging and criticizing every aspect. Things did not look right to him, but his daughter had to remind him that she was taking care of her brother and sister. At the same time, she was speaking and traveling to fight on their behalf and for prison reform. Therefore, maintaining the perfect yard was not her priority. As for who will join Todd and Julie in Charleston, it is yet to be determined. In a turn of events that no one quite expected, it somehow feels like a natural evolution in the saga of reality television's most controversial couple. Todd and Julie Chrisley appear to be setting their sights on a brand new beginning in a completely different state. Sources close to the once glitzy and now humble duo confirm that the stars of Chrisley Knows Best are preparing to leave behind the southern stomping grounds that made them household names in favor of a quiet, fresh chapter in a whole new state, a move that's as symbolic as it is practical as they attempt to reset their lives after a storm of scandal, prison time, heartbreak, and soul-searching. For years, the Chrisleys were the crown jewels of Southern charm, a picture-perfect reality television family who served up sass style and a whole lot of outrageous one-liners. From their lavish home in Georgia to their sprawling Nashville estates. The family was synonymous with high living and drama, always under the ever-watchful lens of the camera. But as the cameras faded and courtrooms replaced red carpets, the Chrisleys have been grappling with the consequences of choices that altered the course of their family forever, and now in the midst of deep introspection and what insiders are calling a complete lifestyle transformation, Todd and Julie are reportedly ready to pack their emotional and physical bags and begin anew, far away from the shadows that have followed them for years. While neither Todd nor Julie have confirmed the name of the state they plan to call home, whispers in their inner circle hint that the couple has their eyes on a destination that offers privacy, peace, and a sense of starting over, a place where they are not constantly recognized, not followed, not judged, but instead left alone to figure out what their next act will be after years of headlines, both glowing and damning. The appeal of a quiet and anonymous life appears stronger than ever for the couple who once relished attention, but now crave simplicity more than spotlights. The move marks a dramatic departure from their once larger-than-life approach to fame in their heyday. The Chrisleys courted cameras and controversy. With ease, they thrived on extravagance revealed in public attention and built an empire on the image of a perfect Southern family with just enough dysfunction to keep things entertaining. But the past years have stripped away the veneer of perfection. And now what remains is a family scarred yet resilient, shaken yet standing, and more determined than ever to redefine themselves beyond the narrative that has followed them from courtrooms to prison walls and back again. According to insiders, this new state represents more than geography. It represents healing and hope. It's a place where Todd and Julie believe they can reconnect with their faith, their values, and each other away from the media circus and the relentless noise of public scrutiny. Friends say they have spent months quietly researching towns, communities, and properties, searching not for opulence, but for serenity and security, a far cry from their former lives of glitzy mansions and designer wardrobes. Savannah Chrisley, who has taken on a vocal and highly visible role in defending her parents during their legal battles, is said to be fully supportive of the move, believing it's a necessary step for the healing process to truly begin. She reportedly believes that staying in the same city or state would only invite more judgment, more whispers, and more unnecessary reminders of everything they've lost. The new home, according to Savannah, could give her parents the mental and emotional space to rebuild not just their lives, but their identities outside the shadow of scandal. As for the couple themselves, both Todd and Julie are said to be emotionally drained, yet quietly optimistic. Those close to them reveal that the couple has gone through significant personal growth during their time apart and behind bars, and that the decision to relocate came not from a place of running away, but rather from an intense desire to start over, to rewrite their story, not for the cameras, but for themselves and for their family. They want to find a community where they can be just another couple trying to make things work, rather than celebrities defined by past mistakes and public meltdowns. The logistics of the move remain under tight wraps for security reasons, but whispers suggest that the couple is exploring states known for their scenic landscapes, spiritual communities, and less aggressive media environments, unlike their former homes, which became backdrops for some of reality TV's most memorable scenes. Their new residence is expected to be intentionally low-key, possibly even rural in nature, with emphasis on privacy over panish. Insiders say the couple is less interested in extravagant square footage and more interested in emotional square footage, the kind of space that allows them to breathe, reconnect, and reimagine what the future can look like. Fans have responded to the news with a mixture of surprise, support, and nostalgia. While some continue to criticize the couple for what they see as attempts to avoid accountability, others see the move as a brave and necessary step toward recovery and redemption. Across social media, messages of encouragement have poured in from longtime viewers who still believe in the family's ability to turn their story around. Many express hope that the new chapter will bring peace, healing, and perhaps even a new version of the Chrisleys, one that reflects their growth, pain, and resilience rather than their past excesses and missteps. Whether or not this move signals the end of their public lives remains to be seen. Although Chrisley Knows Best has long since wrapped its final season, there has been speculation about future projects, including documentaries, interviews, or even a memoir from Todd that would chronicle the rise and fall of the family's empire, as well as the lessons learned from fame, fortune, and failure. But for now, those possibilities remain distant and hypothetical as the couple focuses on what is arguably the most important move of their lives, not to a new show, but to a new beginning. The emotional weight of leaving behind everything familiar is not lost on the couple. According to friends, this decision has been gut-wrenching, filled with moments of doubt, tears, and soul-searching. After all, the South is more than just a location for the Chrisleys. It's part of their identity, their legacy, and their story. But as painful as it may be to let go, they believe it's necessary to make room for what comes next. The hope is that in this new state, they can not only find a house, but a home, not only shelter, but sanctuary. Julie, in particular, is said to be especially eager for the move. Her time in prison has been marked by deep reflection, emotional turmoil, and a desperate longing for normalcy. Those close to her say she wants nothing more than to be surrounded by nature, peace, and the quiet hum of a life far away from paparazzi and public dissection. She wants to cook meals, take long walks, maybe volunteer at a local church or community center. She wants to be a person again, not a headline, not a cautionary tale, just a woman trying to find her place in the world after the storm. Todd remains as complex and vocal as ever, though friends say he has softened in many ways. Prison has reportedly humbled him, forced him to confront the realities of choices and consequences, and helped him rediscover the spiritual roots that once guided him. Now, with the move on the horizon, he is focused less on defending himself in the public eye and more on nurturing the private man, the husband, the father, the flawed but evolving soul who still believes in second chances and fresh starts. The Chrisleys have always been about reinvention, about shaping perception and rewriting stories, but this time it feels different. There is no network waiting in the wings, no production crew documenting their move, no stylists or stage lighting, just a family bruised but not broken, choosing to walk away from the past and towards something new, something that promises hope, not headlines, substance, not spectacle. Whether or not the world gives them the grace to move forward remains unknown, but one thing is certain: they are going to try in a world that often refuses to let people change, especially those who've fallen from the heights of fame. The Chrisleys are choosing to believe that redemption is still possible, that forgiveness is still within reach, and that healing can be found not in the familiar, but in the unknown, not in the state they once ruled, but in the state they will soon call home. As moving trucks are quietly scheduled and new addresses considered, the Chrisley story enters its most poignant chapter, yet one not of glamour, but of growth, not of ratings, but of redemption, a move to a new state, a leap of faith, and a chance to finally leave behind not just a place but a past. Are you excited about this move? And would you stay at Todd and Julie Chrisley's hotel? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.